Ever notice how you can navigate a crowded street without bumping into anyone? It's like our brains are kind of amazing at predicting where others are headed. Now, imagine teaching a self-driving car to do the same thing. That's what we're diving into today. How to predict the unpredictable dance of traffic. And we've got our roadmap right here, a research paper called, get this, Scene Transformer, a unified architecture for predicting multiple agent trajectories.
Hmm.
Don't worry, we'll decode all that jargon together. So before we get to the nitty-gritty of the scene transformer, let's talk about why predictive motion is so crucial for these self-driving cars. It's not just about, avoiding fender benders.
Precisely. It's about creating a world where autonomous vehicles can seamlessly integrate into our existing traffic ecosystem. Accurate motion prediction is the key to making self-driving cars not just functional, but truly intelligent.
Right, because a car that can't anticipate what other drivers, cyclists, or pedestrians might do next is basically driving blindfolded, and nobody wants that. Now, the paper dives into how this prediction works, and it talks about two main approaches: marginal prediction and joint prediction. Can you break those down for me?
Imagine you're watching a game of billiards. If you're trying to predict where each ball will go, in isolation, ignoring the others, that's like marginal prediction. But in reality, the balls are constantly colliding, influencing each other's trajectories.
Okay, so it's like those chain reactions you see in slow motion where one ball hits another, which hits another, and so on.
Exactly. To accurately predict the outcome, you need to consider all the balls as a dynamic system. That's where joint prediction comes in. It analyzes the interactions between all agents in the environment.
So instead of looking at each car or pedestrian individually, we're analyzing the entire traffic scene as a whole. It's like understanding the choreography of a rush hour commute. The paper suggests those older models, the ones stuck in marginal prediction mode, aren't quite cutting it. What are their limitations when it comes to this intricate dance of traffic?
Well, they miss out on crucial information. By focusing on individual agents, these traditional models might predict that two cars will occupy the same space at the same time. Obviously, in the real world, that's a recipe for disaster.
And probably a very long traffic jam. So, how does this scene transformer change the game? What makes it different?
It all starts with a shift in perspective. Instead of analyzing the scene from the limited viewpoint of each individual car or pedestrian, the scene transformer takes a step back. Imagine a drone shot of the entire intersection. That's the perspective it uses.
So, instead of relying on each driver's limited field of vision, it has a bird's eye view of the entire situation. That makes sense.
Exactly. This is called scene-centric representation, and it's a key innovation of the scene transformer. By processing information from a single global viewpoint, the model can more effectively capture those complex interactions between agents.
This is already sounding promising. But how does the scene transformer actually learn to predict movement? It can't just cram for a driver's test, can it?
Not quite. The scene transformer relies on a mechanism called attention. Think about how you focus on a conversation in a noisy room, filtering out distractions. That's essentially what attention does.
So it's like our brains naturally prioritize certain information over others. We're not paying attention to everything at once.
You got it. And the scene transformer uses this same attention mechanism to analyze relationships between agents. Their past movements, the layout of the road, basically all the ingredients of a traffic situation.
So it's sifting through all that data, picking out the important cues, and using those to predict what will happen next. It's like having a sixth sense for traffic patterns. But instead of relying on intuition, it's using, cold, hard data.
Precisely. And here's where it gets really interesting. The scene transformer doesn't just predict what one car will do in isolation. It predicts the movements of all agents simultaneously. That's what allows for those joint predictions we talked about, predictions that account for how agents influence each other's actions.
So it's not just about predicting that a car will change lanes, but also how that lane change might cause other cars to adjust their speed or even switch lanes themselves, creating a ripple effect throughout the traffic flow.
You're exactly right, and that's a key advantage of this model. It can anticipate those ripple effects, leading to more realistic and reliable predictions, especially in those chaotic split-second situations that make up everyday driving.
This is blowing my mind. It's like we're teaching machines to decode the language of traffic. But how do we know if it actually works in the real world? Did they take this scene transformer for a spin on an actual road trip?
Not quite a road trip, but they did put it to the test. The researchers used two massive data sets, Argoverse and the Waymo Open Motion dataset, which contain tons of real-world driving data. Think of it as the robot equivalent of driver's ed. But way more intense.
So, like, the robot version of navigating rush hour in a big city, that's the ultimate test. And how did it do? Did it pass with flying colors?
It aced it. The scene transformer consistently outperformed existing models in both marginal and joint prediction tasks. In fact, it showed a 15% improvement in accuracy compared to previous models, which is a significant leap forward in this field.
Wow, a 15% improvement. That's huge. So, not only can it anticipate those ripple effects in traffic flow, but it's doing it with a level of accuracy that outshines anything we've seen before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was especially impressive in predicting the movements of cars, pedestrians, and cyclists, which are arguably some of the most unpredictable elements of any traffic environment.
Okay, so we've established that the scene transformer is a rock star when it comes to predicting movement. But this isn't just some abstract tech demonstration. This has huge implications for the future of self-driving cars, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Imagine a world where self-driving cars can navigate traffic with a level of awareness and anticipation that rivals even the most experienced human driver.
That's what gets me excited. This isn't just about, smoother commutes. It's about making self-driving cars safer and more reliable. No more fender benders because someone slammed on their brakes, or worse.
Exactly. Think about it. With this level of predictive power, self-driving cars could potentially anticipate and avoid accidents before they even happen. That's a game changer for road safety.
It's like giving these cars like superhuman reflexes,
Yeah.
allowing them to react to situations that even the most attentive human driver might miss. But let's zoom out for a second. We've been talking about traffic, but this technology, it feels like it has implications far beyond just self-driving cars.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
The ability to accurately predict movement in a complex, dynamic environment has applications in, countless fields. Imagine more efficient city planning, where traffic flows smoothly and congestion becomes a thing of the past.
No more rush hour nightmares. Sign me up for that.
Or picture this, sporting events where crowd movements are predicted and managed, preventing potential stampedes or safety hazards.
That's incredible. We're talking about not just making things more efficient, but actually saving lives. Just from being able to predict where things are headed, this feels huge, almost like something out of science fiction.
It's definitely pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible. And the really exciting thing is, this is just the beginning. As this technology continues to develop, who knows what other applications we'll discover? The possibilities are truly limitless.
It's like we're on the verge of a predictive revolution. A world where we can not only react to the present, but anticipate the future. And that's a future I'm excited to see unfold. This has been quite the deep dive. If you want to learn more about the scene transformer and its potential to predict the unpredictable, check out the show notes for links to the research paper. This is The Deep Dive, signing off. Until next time, keep those brains curious and those imaginations running wild.